And I'll tell you, it's itching just a little bit.
Skincare is a part of my everyday routine, but every now and then I need a boost. So we're gonna go a little deeper, a medium depth peel. It's called the VI peel. And that's where Laura Lee comes in. Laura Lee is a registered nurse at Dr. Crummins' office. Hi.
Hello.
I also call her my skin guru. Let's talk VI peel.
It's a little more intense in that you will have between 3 to 7 days of some peeling, but it's a nice peel. It's not a frosty, flaky type peel. It's the skin the epidermal layers will come off in sheets. It is a chemical peel, unlike the jet peel that we did.
Okay.
That was more of a physical exfoliation peel. This goes a little step further in that within 7 days after this peel, you're going to see visible results of decreased hyper-pigmentation, which is freckling or brown spots or age spots that many of us call them, but it's hyperpigmentation.
You wouldn't necessarily have to take off of work unless you felt uncomfortable going in.
For somebody like you who's in front of a camera, you'll probably want to take some time off. I have the VI peel done and I continue to work.
And it takes 2 to 3 days before it actually starts to peel.
That's exactly right. So when you have it today, Kara will leave here, she won't have any peeling. Tomorrow she'll have no peeling, but starting on the next day, she might wake up, might start to have some visible skin starting to slough off.
Okay.
And that'll last anywhere from 3 to 7 days.
Why do you go ahead and do a peel? What's the benefit?
Would be for somebody who has maybe some stubborn pigmentation, some fine lines and wrinkles that just don't seem to be going away as quickly as they would like. Anybody who has some acne issues.
How often would you want to do a VI peel?
Many patients can do a series of 3 and do fine. For some stubborn issues, you might want to do more, maybe 6.
You know, I've done a YouTube video on Botox, in fact, with Dr. Crummins,
That's right.
and some people just are not comfortable with doing injectables or fillers, and that's fine.
right.
This perhaps is another option where you may not see as big of a result with the disappearing of the line, but you're going to see something.
If you can have that glowing skin, that's half the battle, is making that skin look as good as it can. So sometimes we baby step people, start with good skincare, and then who knows down the road, maybe you'll think Botox isn't so bad.
We will leave the peel on.
That's right. You will leave with the peel on, and I would instruct the patient not to be in the sun today. Don't stand in the parking lot and talk to anybody. You can go home,
Hide.
and keep the sun off your face.
And my skin is going to look great in like 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks.
Yes, and you're going to show everybody, right?
Day by day, skin flake by skin flake. Let's get started. Makeup is coming off, hair is going back. Laura Lee has got a, is it a snazzy headband?
Oh, yes. It's beautiful white.
Now she is going to cleanse my face and then cleanse it again. She'll walk us through that because she wants to make sure that every stitch of makeup is off before she actually applies the peel.
Cleansing your skin, and like Kara said, you want to get every stitch of makeup off. We'll cleanse several times, and then I'll use a degreaser. And the degreaser we use on everybody for all our peels, and it helps with the penetration of the acids.
Let's talk about the neck, because I feel like that is a part of the body that is often overlooked when it comes to taking care of it.
It is, and I always stress to my patients that you should continue your products down onto the neck, because we can get that facial skin looking really good, and then we want that neck to look good also.
We're going in for our third cleanse. And you are putting how many layers of
At
peel?
least probably 5, but I'd like to, I'll evaluate your skin while we're doing it.
I have never done the VI peel for anyone who is wondering. I've done other
Jet
chemical
peels.
peels, jet peel, which I love. but this will be my first time. So I'm excited to see the results, but I'm more excited to see how I peel.
Yes.
So we're gonna start, and we'll see how many layers she's gonna put on.
That's right. I'm going to have you close your eyes.
Okay.
And you just apply it somewhat firmly. Little burning.
There is a little burning, and it definitely smells weird.
Yes.
I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a...
Does the fan help a little bit?
The fan helps.
Well,
I would say it's about a 4 or 5.
And everybody's different. I'm sensitive and it burns me a little bit, even though I've done many of these. I've had many of these done.
I feel like it's already feeling better.
Yeah, it's a little bit of the phenol that numbs the skin. And I just can't tell you enough how in the old days, boy, these peels were really painful.
I mean, that's got to be where the phrase pain is beauty comes from, or beauty is pain, or whatever, because
The price of beauty.
the price of beauty is a heck of a lot of pain. Not as much anymore.
And so you can't see this, Kara, but we can see you're getting red.
Okay.
That's very normal. I'd expect that.
Okay. Describe what the skin looks like right now.
It's very glowing because it's very red. Definitely, I'm going to start another layer here.
Okay.
Wait a minute. How's the burning?
The burning is essentially gone.
Great. So we'll probably not use the fan anymore.
The fan does help, but yeah, I mean, is that what the smell is? Is that
That's
just
the acids.
Okay.
It's all the different acids in there. But you're doing great. You look good. And since we started on the forehead, I'm going to start in another spot this time. So we'll start down here. How's that burning? A little bit?
Yeah, I mean, burning a little bit, but honestly, like on a scale of now 1 to 10, I'd say it's more of like a 2 or a 3.
Great.
Is my skin getting more red?
No, now it's not as red. Now I just applied it, so we'll see, but it seems to not be quite as red as it was. So I think the first
It's warm.
swipe, yes. And it'll feel warm and it'll feel really tight too.
For the rest of the day?
Yeah.
Okay. So, tight and warm for the rest of the day, but that is totally normal.
Yes.
What's the biggest change you've seen in the last 10, 14 years?
This is a huge change in that these medium depth peels aren't as painful as they were. We used to have peels that it was just almost impossible to do.
You said
They're
patients
so
would
painful.
cry.
Patients would cry, yeah, and then I would want to cry. It was painful. You know, we all want good skin. We all want to feel good about ourselves and put our best face forward.
I suffered with cystic acne for years. I don't have a lot of scarring, thank goodness, but I've also done a lot of laser treatments. And it is so, I know it's embarrassing.
Oh, it is. And unless you have it, it's hard to understand. You know, I try to tell my patients when they come in, and I may not notice different imperfections, but I understand completely. When it's your skin, you notice it, and it's the first thing your eyes go to. So I always, you try to hear what the patient's saying and understand that for them, this is a big deal.
Now that third layer you just put on, I would say felt a little bit more warm and stung a little more than the second.
Okay.
But again, nothing like the first layer.
Great.
So we're talking about a 4.
And you're not as red as you were.
Okay, good.
And your forehead's looking, I'm seeing a little frosting, so I probably won't do your forehead anymore. I think we got a good depth on the forehead.
What is frosting? You can't eat frosting on your forehead. What is
Not that
frosting?
kind. Little white areas, like little specks. I don't know if the camera will pick up on it, but I'm going to stop on the forehead because I think we got a nice depth. How was that time? Burning as much as the third time?
I would say it's a little bit less than the third time, that fourth application, but other than being warm and a little bit tight, it's not bad.
Kara's going to go home with a little bag of a moisturizer that also has some hydrocortisone in it, and a sunscreen, and some little towelettes that she's going to use at home. So I'm going to apply the towelette. It has a little bit extra retinoic acid, and it's going to take away some of the brown that you see from the peel. And I always tell my patients, your skin looks great today after this peel.
There is also a specific cleanser that I'm going to use that is in that packet. And why do I use that specific cleanser?
Well, if you use anything else, oftentimes after these stronger peels, if it's not made specifically for the peel, the manufacturer will say you'll get burning.
Can I open my eyes yet?
I'm going to wipe some of the ointment off for you, and then definitely you can open your eyes.
I'm keeping
There
them
you
closed
go.
till I have permission.
There you go. You can open your eyes. How do you feel?
Ta-da! I feel firm.
Do you? Here's a little mirror. You can take a look.
Oh, I get to see for the first time.
Yes. Look.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't really know. I mean, you're a little pink, but
I see some redness right here and a little down here. Headband is off.
yes.
I won't keep it. And peel essentially is done, at least for now. There's still more to come. But let's talk about when I do start to peel. The
right.
big no-nos when you do get a peel are.
So Kara's going to go home. She'll be fine tomorrow, but starting the next day, she might notice some cracking where the skin looks like you could peel it off. We really, really ask you not to peel it off, because what can happen, you might get a little bit off, but if it's still stuck to the skin and you peel it off and it's not ready to come off, you can get red marks, and they can last 3 to 6 months. So no peeling by yourself, as tempting as it is. You can get little red marks if you peel off skin that's not ready to come off. So use your moisturizer, use your sunscreen, and you can put makeup on over it. You can do that too. So.
Okay, so that's not a problem. Now, what are some other things that I'm going to need to be careful over the next 48, 72 hours?
Not too much. I often tell patients maybe don't drink alcohol that first night. Sometimes that causes redness or burning. It burns patients' skin. Exercise, watch out for that, because if you sweat a lot with your exercise, it can bubble up under the skin and be like, oh, what's happening? And make you peel sooner than you should peel.
Okay.
But other than that, what you can expect probably by the 7th day is the tone and the texture of your skin and the clarity of it is going to be so improved. It's going to be great for any fine lines or wrinkles. You should see a little bit of reduction in that. Any of the pigments, since we just did one, I'm hopeful that we'll get a little fading, and we should. And as you can see, she looks great. When we did the first pass, she got really red. And now
I can't wait to go back and watch the video of that.
Yeah, it's even subsided since then. So she did perfectly like I would expect her to do.
This is my skincare take-home packet that Laura Lee was telling me about. So it's got the cleanser, the moisturizer, the sunscreen, and that anti-itch cream, so that I don't keep my hands on it all the time. And that's it. I'm gonna walk you through the process every single day. When I'm peeling, when I'm not peeling, until the very end, so you can see the results right along with me.
Cleanser, lotion, anti-itch cream, and I'll tell you, it's itching just a little bit around my neck and my chin. But for the most part, it's fine. I think it looks worse than it feels. Let me give you an up-close look. It's red. It is a lot more red than I thought it was gonna be, especially up here along my cheeks. And even on my forehead. There's no more heat, no pain, feels a little tight, but overall, hopefully when I wash off the peel, because the peel is actually still on, all of the chemicals that she put on earlier are still doing their thing. So I'm gonna wash them off before I go to bed, and hopefully wash a little bit of the red off before I have to go into work tomorrow. We'll see. Thank goodness for concealer. But you know, at this point, other than feeling tight, I don't have any discomfort. Now, for the sake of time, and really because I want to give you an in-depth look at how this peel works and what I think of it, we're going to make it into a two-parter, because I really want to make sure that you have all the information before you decide to do something like this VI peel, or any sort of medium level peel where you're really getting down deep. So I'm excited to see where this goes, and when I start to peel, just how flaky you are gonna get. If you like what you saw, go ahead, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for a new video. Have a great week.